I've been hearing this quote circulating around social media a lot lately, and it got me to ask myself, am I doing something for my mind, my body, and my soul every day? Right now, I had to honestly admit to myself that no, I'm not, and this really surprised me. As someone who can struggle with anxiety and depression, I took this as a cue that I needed to look at my routines and reevaluate how I'm practicing self-care for my mental health, because it can change and needs to change throughout the different seasons of life. So I'm going to take a day to reset my self-care routine, and I invite you to join this slow living day at the cottage with me. Let's start the morning with some meditation. I've heard about the countless benefits of meditating, but I've been a little hesitant to try it. I was recommended by a friend to try a guided meditation that helps you walk through different ways of thinking about mindfulness.
Good morning, and welcome to your first time checking in with this daily meditation. I'd like to guide you through a relaxing breath control meditation that can help you reduce feelings of overwhelm and gain more clarity about what's on your mind.
I realized while practicing breathwork that focusing on the air filling my lungs and then leaving them helps me stay focused on this present moment. Though I did find my mind wandering even in between breaths, which helped me see how many thoughts are passing through my mind every second. I also tried a body scan meditation, and I could suddenly feel my body telling me it felt too tight, my soul too heavy, and my mind too cluttered. This was surprisingly emotional, yet not surprising, since I've had some minor health concerns lately that I think was part of my body's cry for help that I hadn't really been listening to. Sometimes it takes a health concern to remind you how important taking care of yourself is, and how grateful I am for the health that I do have. Since my body is feeling so tight, I knew it's time to pull out the yoga mat that's been gathering dust behind some clutter. So let's get into something comfy, as Yoga with Adriene always says, and get back on the mat.
Palm to palm again, we lift the chest up as you take a deep breath in. And now a nice and active breath as you exhale, really dropping the shoulders down away from the ears.
I hadn't purposefully stopped doing yoga, but I've had some problems in my wrist that prevented me over the winter. But it's been getting better, and I can almost instantly feel my body thanking me for taking the time to release some of the tension that I've been carrying. Already I'm feeling so much lighter, and I want to put my thoughts down before I open my mind up to anything else. But first, I want to continue the peaceful mood I'm feeling in the cottage with a background ambiance scene that I find very calming. Journaling is another mindfulness practice that I've been wanting to try. I even got this lovely notebook and pen set last year, but hadn't worked up the energy to begin. A blank page is always very daunting, especially when trying to use that canvas to untangle my web of thoughts. I've been told to put my perfectionism aside and just start jotting down my thoughts. That taking them out of my mind and onto the page will help me sort out my feelings. I'm finding that by starting with gratitude for the things in my life, that it's helping me start to clear the cobwebs away of my stress and fear. There's something meditative about staring into the center of a beautiful spider web, so perfectly imperfect and each unique. But when they start to gather dust, they are weakened, and a new one needs to be built to support the spider, and the old one needs to be cleared. The name Cobweb Cottage came to Jonas and I when the first spiders started spinning their webs in the corners that first spring after we moved in. So the name of our cottage has really taken on a double meaning for me, a reminder to reevaluate what cobwebs I'm keeping in my life that I need to abandon, clear, and rebuild. I'm feeling motivated now to start tackling some of the real cobwebs in the cottage. Tasks that I've been putting off, like cleaning and organizing.
To me, creativity is kind of both a process and a force of expansion and innovation. And I think it's the freedom to sort of explore and put together new ideas. And I think it's also an expansion of your own awareness and the welcoming of new possibilities.
I actually really enjoy cleaning and organizing, especially on days like this where I don't have any pressure to get it done in a certain time. I'm inspired by some recent thrift finds to start taking down the last of our winter decor and freshen up the feeling of the cottage. The transition from winter to spring is always an awkward time for me. I feel like I'm coming out of hibernation and noticing how the habits I had over the winter won't sustain me the same way heading into springtime. I've been watching the critters around the cottage start to change some of their habits as the snow starts to melt, making way for them to be able to find food in places that they couldn't before. Sometimes, to my joy, that means bringing them closer to the kitchen window, where I can watch them. And I even saw Tibby the chipmunk come out the other day and just sit in the sun on a tree stump in the historic cemetery next door. Though the windows need to be washed on a warmer spring day, I'll take the boost from the sunshine that's streaming through into corners that it hasn't touched with its light for some time. I know I won't be done putting away the winter decor today, so I'll just enjoy this process of decluttering and dedecorating a little bit. And being okay with that, this is a transition too. It doesn't need to be perfect. Right about now, I'm feeling full of inspiration and different ideas are flowing through my head. It's the first time since the new year that I feel like I can organize some of my plans and things that I've been wanting to learn and get better at. Something that I used to do that has kind of fallen to the wayside is meal planning. I want to try new recipes and see how they make me feel. package has just arrived from my fairy godmother, as I like to call her. Tea Spectral has spoiled me with some of her floral loose leaf tea blends for springtime. I'm excited to show you the special Tea for Two set we're offering to welcome the season. This pairing comes with our official Cozy Cottage blend with artwork by Jonas, as well as Nymph. You're probably already familiar with our Cozy Cottage blend, so I want to highlight Nymph, which is Tea Spectral's first herbal blend. You can probably tell by the enchanting name that this blend is inspired by flowers and fairy tales. I've certainly fallen under the enchantment with the refreshing combination of lemongrass, apples, orange peel, apricots, rose hips, and hibiscus. I really hope you'll enjoy this special tea pairing over a cozy tea time with a loved one, or even by yourself. Thanks so much for keeping me company today at the cottage while Jonas was away for the day. I'm really thankful I could take this day for a self-care reset and try some new things for my routine. I know every day won't be as recharging as this, but if I start making small changes every day, I hope it will add up to an overall happier mental and physical health. Every seasonal shift is such an opportunity to clear the cobwebs away, and I'd love to hear what you do every day for your body, mind, and soul, whether big or small. Thanks so much for watching, dear friends, and bye for now.